I'm the first person to both fly in space and touch the deepest point in the ocean. My missions have taken me over 2 million feet above sea level and 35,853 feet below sea level. I have seen things no other human being has, and they have absolutely changed me in a lot of ways. I'm Kathy Sullivan. I'm an oceanographer and an astronaut. My interest in science showed up at a very early age. I really had a lust for adventure and travel and exploration. My first space flight was in October of 1984. After 15 years as an astronaut, I made my way back to Earth to focus on the oceans. I've always thought that it's too bad we never created a NASA for the deepest parts of the sea. We know more about our moon and Mars than we do about the deep sea. So little is known about the shape of the bottom. So one of the key objectives was mapping the deep sea floor. Deep sea submersible dives and space shuttle flights can be pretty different. On the space shuttle, it took us 8.5 minutes to go from 0 miles an hour to orbital velocity, 17,500 miles an hour. It amounts to riding a bomb. When you get into orbit, you're a couple hundred miles above the Earth. Any direction you look, you can see probably nearly 1,000 miles. You get 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets in every 24-hour day. You're just stunned by the number of stars that you can see. So there kind of isn't really an inky black of space that's anything like the inky black of the deep sea. Going to the bottom of the ocean, in contrast, was like the world's smoothest, calmest elevator ride. And it took us 4 hours to go from the surface to nearly 36,000 feet. It is kind of like a magic school bus. I mean, you're sitting inside the cozy little metal sphere, you might be munching a tuna fish sandwich, and yet outside that sphere, pressure's about 1,100 times greater than it is here on the surface of the Earth. It's pitch dark except for what light you bring with you on the submarine. We could maybe see 30 feet in whatever direction we were looking at the viewport. It was like a moonscape or an underwater desert. It really is, in a lot of ways, harder to explore and understand the ocean. I spent a fair amount of time living in these complex machines. I think intense experiences deepen the value that you put on family, on home. So I look back at my life and I see vastly more blessing and sacrifice to actually have those experiences and to deepen our understanding of our planet and how many ways we depend on it. That, to me, is all blessing. We are all sharing this one home, this one little spaceship Earth. We have to look at it as a place that you cherish and a place you want to protect. We're on it together and we're intimately connected.
Hey everybody, my name is Drew Beebe, and I'm here in my terrible home studio that I've made during quarantine, and I wanted to tell you about our new podcast called Great Big Story. It's got more surprising and delightful stories just like this one, so head over to Apple Podcasts, to Spotify, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and download Great Big Story.